Good afternoon, Twin Flame, Twin Souls, Fated Connections, Soulmates. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for your video December 30th, 2019. First and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs. It really does warm my heart and it really does mean the world to me, and I love you all so, so much. I haven't done a video for several days just because I've been taking some time off. I'm on vacation actually from work, and I've just been visiting friends and loved ones. But again, I just want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, and the subs. It really does warm my heart. And I love the sense of community on my channel. And I love the way that you all support each other on my channel. Because as you know, this is a really, really, really tough journey. Um, as many of you know, I get signs and syncs every day. And I believe these signs and syncs are messages that need to be delivered to you. So I wasn't going to actually do a video today, and I was laying down meditating earlier, and something just prompted me to, my guides just told me that I had to do this video today. So there was a lot of signs and syncs in the last 24 hours, and I think that's probably why I had to do this video today, December 30th, 2019. Many of my videos are date sensitive, but everything is timeless, and it's always how you evolve on the journey. So I want to start with a really, really important sync that I got today. And I was out running some errands, and I came back. It's a beautiful day, a very, very sunny day. And I was just taking pictures of the sun to send to one of my friends in Australia. And when I took the picture, hopefully you can see this here. I'll try and enlarge it. I'm getting my battery's dying here. Sorry. And I'm getting so many notifications because this phone was dead. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna wait for these notifications to end here. It's just crazy. There's so many of them. Sorry, folks. Just getting out here, and then I'll show you. Hopefully you could see that orb, but it was actually a blue orb, and it was so prevalent in the picture that I took. I just found it was absolutely crazy to see that blue orb. I'm gonna wait for these notifications to stop. They just keep going because it's been off for, this is my old phone. It's been off for days, and yeah, there's hundreds and hundreds of notifications here, as you can imagine. So I'll just let them all play out, and then I'll show you that orb again. Hopefully you saw the orb. But I'm just going to go over the signs and syncs that I've seen in I'm just going to go in the last 24 hours. So I saw 4 doves this morning when I went for a coffee. They were kind of circling my car, and I haven't seen those doves for a while. Usually I see 2, but today I saw 4. I saw the number 222, 711, 717, 555. And there's a particular song that I was listening to this morning when I was actually I channel everything in my journal in the morning. And it was Resurrection by Moist. And I believe in the last several days there's been a lot going on. It's been crazy, crazy, crazy energy, and I think that's the reason why I had to take some time, because I honestly take in this energy. And, you know, I was around a lot of people too over the holidays, and I take that energy on of everybody. That's kind of what I do. That's my gift. But sometimes it's, you know, it's not a gift, because when you take on negative energy, as I've always said, it's like a virus. It's very, very difficult to get rid of that negative energy. And I was surrounded by some pretty negative energy over the holidays. So it took me a long time to get over that negative energy. But there's been a lot going on with this collective group. And what I always say, take what resonates and pack away what doesn't resonate. Not everything is applicable to you all the time. And again, if you have feedback for me, kindly send me an email. I'd be more than happy to, you know, welcome your feedback with open arms. But please just do not disrupt the energy of the channel and say that this does not resonate, because not everything is going to resonate. But in the last several days, there's been tower moments. There's been dark night of the soul. There's been karmic clearing. There's been just a whole whack of stuff going on. And I think it's absolutely phenomenal because you don't want to go into the new year, 2020, with all this karmic crap, right? We had an eclipse, and that's releasing all that karmic energy, or all that karmic crap. And I feel like a lot, like there has been so much going on. There's been purging, crying. I have it all written down here. It's all written down here. So I'm going to go through everything. It's 4:44 now. I'm going to go through everything, kind of step by step, the energy that I've been feeling for the last several days. And there's been so much. There's been so much in this collective group for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So I went over the blue orb. I'm going to see if I can pull that up. It looks like the notifications are done now. Yeah, it just killed my battery. um, yeah, I've got notifications, so many notifications, it's beyond ridiculous. Um, Now my phone is frozen. Sometimes, like I say, these things happen, and I'm not meant to catch them, but I did manage to catch these today, and these blue orbs, and I just think it's absolutely phenomenal because these blue orbs represent a couple of things. There's so many different types of orbs. There's white, blue, green, all sorts of different types of orbs. But the blue orb means that you're on the right path. And here, I'll see if you can see it. Oh, just over here. It's right there. See that blue orb? So it means that you're on the right path. So whatever you're doing, you're on the right path. Absolutely phenomenal. It also means the throat chakra as well. And the throat chakra, because the throat chakra is blue, and it's located in the throat area, and it governs the thyroid gland, lungs, vocal cords, bronchial apparatus, and metabolism. It's the center of expression, communication, and judgment. When developed, it improves our ability to communicate. So that throat chakra means a lot. What I've been saying for many of you is communication was coming in the fall, and with a long-term commitment in the winter. If the communication didn't come in the fall, it just means you're further behind in the journey and that you have more healing to do. I don't generally speak about my journey, but, I did get communication, but it came in very obscure forms of communication that, is, the signs and the syncs. So you also have to look at that as forms of communication as well. But I did get communication, but in very obscure forms of communication. So I'm going to go through all of the energies in the last several days. Like I said, it's been crazy, crazy, crazy energy. Karmic cycles ending, karmic partners, but this is all what you want to take into the 2020 year. We're starting a new decade, and it's all about new beginnings, and it's about leaving the past in the past. As I always say, we live in the now. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in the now. But you don't want to take that garbage with you into 2020. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few things. I went through the karmic cycles, not bringing them into 2020. I feel, that there's some karmic cycles that need to be fixed. And I've always said that. And what karmic cycles is I don't need the cards. The cards always resonate with my journal. And my guides tell me when I need to use them and when I don't need to use them. And I just simply don't need to use them. Even if I had the cards, that karmic cycle card would come out with those deep-seated roots with the tree. And those deep-seated roots are, karmic cycles that need to be broken in this lifetime. And I always go back to abuse. And again, if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It could be abuse. It could be addiction. It could be greed. There could be many, many things that you need to fix in order to evolve on this journey. Because this is a sacred journey. And you've been picked to clear those cycles. And sometimes it's so difficult. It's very, very difficult. I'm going to focus in on abuse right now. So, as it relates to abuse And I feel like I need to say this today, and I think that's why my guides were pushing me and nudging me to do this video today. A lot, I feel, not everyone, but a lot of you, I feel you think you are healed. And you're like, yeah, I've healed those inner childhood wounds. I'm good. I'm done. I've healed. There's a difference between healing and suppressing. And I always call it the beast within, or the monster within. And it's a tame beast, and it's a tame monster. So you can tame that monster, and there's the illusion of healing. But whenever provoked, that monster comes out. That monster comes alive. That beast comes alive. And that beast is a mechanism to protect your inner child. And we form this beast through our, through our childhood years, our teenage, into our adult. And we're very good at taming that beast. But that beast needs to be released. So, just be careful. Healing is an evolution. It's always, it's a lifetime thing. You don't just heal and then it's over. You evolve every single day, and you heal every single day. So a lot of it, I think, you've tamed the beast within, but you haven't healed the beast within, and you have to release that beast. And it could be screaming into a pillow. It could be screaming out to the person. It could be anything, but you have to release the beast. Okay? Like, I feel like I need to say that. Release the beast. Let it go. That's part of you that you need to release. And, I just feel like there's not all, like I said, not all of you, but there's just that beast that you need to release. And once you release that beast within, you'll know, because you're free. And essentially you're free of yourself. And you migrate back to that child, that carefree child. And that's what this journey is about, getting to the higher sense of yourself. So, there's just that releasing of the beast. Like I said, there's some abuse, there's some addiction, and there's some greed. And the greed and the overburdening and overworking and that's, the greed for money, it's not a good thing either, right? So those are just a few things. Went over the throat chakra, went over the releasing the beast. Again, that's a defense mechanism. We all have ways that we defend our inner child. We could build walls, and when people get close, we have that wall. There's so many things, but essentially the wall is a beast within as well. I have True Love Twin Souls here. Probably would have flipped that card as well today. This journey, this is your journey. And I always say, with True Love and Twin Souls comes intuition. When you embark on this journey, you have a deep sense of knowing that this is something much more than just a karmic partner, a love, a soulmate. It is so much deeper than that. And your intuition is always nudging you, kicking you, telling you that this is something more. What I always say, and what I will always say, is trust you. Trust your inner guide. Know that this is your journey. Nobody can tell you that this is your journey but you. Okay? And this always brings me to something I always feel I have to say, and I've been being nudged. It's almost like someone's shaking me right now to tell you this. Please be careful who you listen to. Not everyone is genuine. This is a vulnerable, raw connection. And it puts you in a very vulnerable state and a weakened state. And some people in this community, they're not even part of the community. They're monopolizing off your vulnerability. And they're taking money from you because they're telling you what you need to, well, not what you need to hear, what you want to hear. I will only speak the truth. I'm divinely guided by this. Everything I do, I'm divinely guided by this pen. It goes into my journal and it resonates to the cards when I used to flip the cards. But if you want my advice and you want some coaching and you want the truth, my email is always in the description of my video. I would love nothing more to help you. Again, there is, a cost associated with that because I do work full time, and I value my time. And that's the only reason I charge. Is if there was 1,000 hours a day, I would never charge, right? But I have to prioritize my time and value my self-worth as well. Okay, so know that I'm always there. If you need guidance, if you need coaching, if you need help, whatever you need. But I'm not going to tell you if you're on this journey or not. That comes within you. And just please, please, please be careful. You know, I always say it's unfortunate that people do that. This is a very vulnerable journey, and I might myself got trapped into that. I did. I absolutely did, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's a gift, and gifts are meant to be given. They're not meant to be taken. And there's takers out there, and they're taking your money. So please, please be careful. So yeah, this is definitely true love, twin soul. I feel you needed to hear that today. Trust your intuition. I feel like in the last several days there's been a lot of soul searching. As I said, there's been some dark night of the soul as well. There has been some dark, dark days and dark nights. And you have to go through that dark night of the soul, because where there's darkness, there's always light. And you will come out. And I believe that dark night of the soul is releasing that inner beast within. And I think it's absolutely profound, and I think you're doing amazing. Once you release that inner beast, you have a sense of solitude within yourself, and you're at the higher sense of yourself. That inner beast is your ego as well, right? Absolutely love it so much. Okay, passion. I've got passion written down here today. See, this is everything I have written down. Just so you know. Passion. There's a lot of passion. There's been a lot of passion. If you've been intimate, you've been thinking about the passion. It was absolute passion. Kissing. There was the kissing. There was passion. Everything about this journey, there was passion. There was passion in the communication. There was passion in the friendship. There was passion in the lovemaking. Passion, passion, passion. You guys, both the DM and the DF, you view each other as a goddess, a princess, a queen, a prince, a king. It's absolutely phenomenal. So much passion. Love it so much. Self-love. I feel there was a lot of dark nights. There was a lot of, karmic clearing. But you've gotten back to the point of self-love. You know the value of your self-love. And, once you get through that ugliness, and, you're essentially releasing yourself. Believe it or not, you're letting go. You're letting go of that ego. And once you get to that higher sense of yourself, you just don't care. This is a love. This is eternal love. Your twin souls. It's a bond that can't be broken. Nobody can come in and break it. And people will come and interfere in this connection, and they will try and interfere, and they will try to give you their words of wisdom, and they will try to tell you what they think is best for you. But only you know what's best, and you only know what's within you. But once you get to the higher sense of yourself, you realize that you're a bond that can't be broken, and the physical unity no longer is important. You just move on with your life and live your life, and know that if you're meant to cross paths, you will cross paths. And you have to believe in you and your intuition. What I've said is communication's coming in the fall, long-term commitment is coming in the winter. That's what my guides are telling me. So for many of you it's happened. I read comments, it happened, on Christmas Day. And it just warms my heart. It warms my heart so much. But please just don't get frustrated and take that frustration out on your twin soul, your divine masculine or your divine feminine, because you have to get to a state of unconditional love, because we all evolve at our own time, and it's all divinely guided, and you can't control the connection. You just have to let it go. You have to give it. You have to give it to God, to the divine, to whomever you believe in. You have to let it go and live. Live, live, live. Live your life. And just live. Like I said, sometimes we get trapped, but we're doing it to ourselves. We're trapped within ourselves. And once you release that beast, you are absolutely free. And it's great. So just get back to that unconditional love. Just went over the unconditional love. Unconditional love is exactly what it is. It's giving freely without condition. And I feel that once you get through that dark night of the soul, which I believe some of you need to get to, and you have to, that those beasts and those monsters and whatever it may be, they're buried deep, deep, deep within. And there's certain triggers that trigger it. So if you are still getting angry, if you're still getting frustrated, if you're still getting disappointed, if you're still, you know, you're then that I'm not, again, what resonates with you, what doesn't. I'm just sorry, referring to it as a beast. If you're still going through that, then that beast is not released. You're just taming it. You're just pushing it down. You're just suppressing it down. You'll know when the beast is ready to come out. All right? I'm just here as a guide. I'm just here, to give you the messages. But some of you just have not released that beast yet. Sorry, keep going back to that. The self-worth, again, this is a journey of self-love, unconditional love, and self-worth. And many, not all, of you, when you embarked on this journey, you had self-worth issues. And when you come in, you trigger. You trigger those self-worth issues, you trigger those wounds. That's what you're meant to do. You're meant to heal you. And when you get to that higher sense of yourself, you will understand what I'm saying. You will realize that physical unity is no longer a priority. It just is not. Because you are in the best state you've been in your entire life. And life truly does move on. And life goes on. It's like I said, the love will always be there in your heart. And nobody can take that away. But what will be, will be. A friend once told me that, life is crazy, but it's meant to be a journey for us all. So that's exactly what it is. It's a journey, right? I firmly believe, and my guides tell me, that if you meet in this 3D world, and I have that's my next point, you are meant to evolve back to each other in the 3D world once the work is complete. And you don't come into the 3D world to meet each other, not to be together in the 3D world. Again, I'm going to say this. There's bullshit out there, and I rarely swear, where people are like, oh, you will not meet in this lifetime, or you will not meet, and maybe it's not meant to happen in this lifetime. Again, interference. Listen to yourself. Listen to your inner guide. You will be guided back to each other when the time is right. In 2020, a lot of people on this journey will be guided back to each other. And if you haven't, like I said, the definition of communication is what it is. It doesn't mean the divine masculine or the divine feminine calling you, communicating with you. Communication comes in varying different forms. That orb. I'm a messenger here. And I'm here to remind you that it comes in many different forms. Okay? So, we went through the 3D. Another thing I have jotted down here, struggling with ego. A lot of people struggle with their ego. Pride. Pride is a big one. And letting go of the pride, right? I think that's some of the things in our ego, that's probably one of the hardest things for our ego to die. And sometimes we get confused where we are in this journey. The journey, we evolve back and forth between divine masculine and divine feminine energy. You don't always stay in divine feminine energy. You don't always stay in divine masculine energy, because you are supposed to have that balance of both within yourself. So you need a healthy amount of fear. You need a healthy amount of pride. But too much pride and too much fear is not healthy, because you don't have that healthy balance within. This journey is about having the balance of divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. It's not being either or, it's being both, and having that balance within yourself. And divine, feminines, it's standing back in your power, and setting healthy boundaries, healthy healthy boundaries, being that inner warrior that you are, being that queen. That's a divine feminine. Divine masculine has, has to take on that nurturing, has to let go of that pride, has to, has to give back. You know, many of the divine masculines run. That is a masculine energy. This is a cat and mouse game. It's constantly running and chasing, running and chasing, running and chasing. Energy, energy frequency going back and forth. That's running and chasing as well. You have to have that healthy balance. Um, Surrender, again, it's part of letting go, breaking free, surrendering. Just surrender. Say, I'm yours. Um, I need you. All sorts of things. Just surrender. Let go of the pride. Let go of the fear. Surrender. Break free. Let it go. Get to the higher sense of yourself. That's what this journey is about. Um, I think I've gone over everything here. Went through the throat chakra. Oh, and the last thing that I have here is trust. So there's trust issues. There's trust issues between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. You both have trust issues. Don't know if it's because of past hurt. Don't know if you've done things to break each other's trust. I do know that the divine masculine had serious trust issues, and that's something that they have to overcome as well. But divine feminines, have you given them reasons not to trust? That message had to come out today. There was definitely some trust issues. I believe the trust issues stem from previous hurt, previous breakup, previous infidelities, cheating, that sort of thing. So that's what I have for you today. Yeah, it's kind of been a crazy few days, but all good things. Don't take in this karmic crap into the 2020. Leave it behind. Be you, and get rid of what you need to get rid of, and start 2020 as a new you. Break free, let go of that. Free the beast within, and get to the higher sense of yourself. And once you do, you will evolve, and you will be the best person you can possibly be. One thing I want to mention, and I've been mentioning this, and it's just like I have to do everything. I'm divinely guided by this pen, and I want to do the twin soul series on, 11 signs that you're in a twin soul relationship, the separation, because none of us are privy to that, the awakening, the ascension, and the final destination of the journey. But again, it's divinely guided, and I speak from the heart, and I don't go and steal content from Google, because I could easily go do that. Everything I do is, if you look at those journals right there, there's about 7 or 8 of them. I have to go through those journals, and I have to go through the journey, because again, it comes from the heart, and I want to give you everything that I feel you deserve. So that, another thing is, I'm starting my new channel. It's called the Inner Soul Warrior. I put it together today. I have no content, but I will be talking more about getting, to our inner warrior, or inner soul health. I feel like I've been being pushed, because there's so many more people that I can help in the world heal them, and heal their inner warrior, and get to a better place. Because at the end of the day, we need to raise the frequency of the world, and get the world to a place of love, and get the hate out of here. I will focus on a lot of things like the South Node, and that the South Node is what we bring from previous lifetimes, and the challenges, and gifts that we bring to the now. And that's the South Node. And then the North Node, our karmic past, and the lessons we came to learn here in our present life. So just, because this journey is about learning lessons, and some of us don't always know what our karmic lesson is and what we need. If you're on the journey, it comes to you. Everything that I've told you, I've never Googled any of this. I've never, none of it. Everything I've told you, it's come to me through my pen to paper, and it's an evolution of a journey. And that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to change those karmic cycles. So, I love my animals. I will always do the animal spirit cards because I love them so much. Throat bugging me. Again, that blue orb, throat chakra, communication. I love my animals. These cards are hard to work with, so if one flips face up, I'll take that card. If one falls out, I'll take that card. Divine Feminines, always first. Always, always first. I did see 2 cats yesterday. There was one orange cat just looking in my back window. It was very odd. I don't know if it's a stray cat or not. Oh, a big rabbit. Okay, so now I'm going to do Divine Masculine, and I'm going to call out to my guardian angels. Hopefully you saw that blue orb. Almost in the candle. What do we have here? Grasshopper. Alright. I think I've ever got the grasshopper before. So we have rabbit spirit here. Now is a lucky time, okay? It's number 49, if that means anything to you, DFs. Now is a lucky time. I love it so much. And don't get discouraged, please, okay? A sunny meadow calls, and rabbit spirit appears to lead you out of your dark warren and into the light so that you can participate in fertile and a beautiful experience. It may seem safe below ground, but the magic happens when you come out and take the risk of being vulnerable and co-creating something new. You are being invited into a life that you have no experience with, but have no fear. Today is also a time to be fruitful and productive as you enjoy rabbit spirit's sunny and prolific energy. At this time, whatever you intend to bring to life, you will find fertile ground. There are no mistakes, really, when you are co-creating with spirit. So let new ideas spring to the surface, knowing that now is a lucky time of tremendous possibility. There's one thing that I wanted to go over, and I meant to say this, and the cards never fail me. It says it's time to come out and take the risk of being vulnerable. It's okay to be vulnerable. This is a vulnerable journey. There's a difference. You got to be vulnerable sometimes too. Being vulnerable is not a weakness. It's a strength. You realize that you're vulnerable, and just know that, there are people that take advantage of your vulnerability, right? But this is a journey about, it's raw, pure, and vulnerable. So, it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. We have grasshopper spirit here. Take a leap of faith. Oh, reminds me of the crickets. If you watch my videos, remember the crickets in the summer? They're taking that leap. I love it. I love it so much. Sorry, number 30. That means anything to you? Grasshopper spirit. Taking a leap of faith. Right now, you are poised to jump into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could ever imagined. When grasshopper spirit appears, it is fortuitous time to take the leap into the unknown. For grasshopper spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? And faith in the powers of co-creation. You're being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you now. Wondrous things await when grasshopper spirit appears. You're not going to go backward, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings weirdly to what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence, for spirit has so much in store for you if you only take that leap. DMs, take the leap. Let the fear go and just trust and believe. This is your journey. Love it so much. Again, thank you so much for the love, the likes, the subs. It really does mean the world to me, and I love you all so much. And again, I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, I will have that. I want that first, um, that first series of the twin soul journey, and hopefully, like I've got my creative juices flowing now. So hopefully I'll have that for you tomorrow. But if not, January 1st, New Year. And yeah, if I don't get to a video, it's always when my guides tell me to do it. I want to wish you all a very, very happy New Year. All good things are coming to you in 2020. Okay? Have a great night, folks.